コムストック先生は、サイモンビジネススクールの優れたインストラクショナルテクノロジストです。コムストック博士は2006年以来、国内外で教育現場における技術統合をサポートしてきた豊富な経験をお持ちです。彼女の教育におけるカスタム AI モデルの作成と公平な生成 AI の利用、そして AI のガイドライン教育のための戦略に関する専門知識は、この分野において非常に多大なる貢献をされております。現在、コムストック博士はアメリカ教育研究協会、そしてディビジョン K、セクション9の共同議長を務めており、教育技術と教師教育のための協会のインストラクショナルデザインの支部にも積極的に関与しています。彼女の継続的な活動は、先進技術の統合を通じて教育体験を向上させていくことと信じております。Now, I explain to Japanese for you. So now, introduce you in English. So welcome to the keynote session, Empowering Education, Strategy to Foster Advanced Cognitive Skills while Implementing Generative AI in the Classroom. And my name is Hiroko Kano. I'm a host this session. Today, we have a pleasure to hearing from Dr. Keirah Comstock, distinguished instructional technologist from the Simon Business School at the University of Rochester. Dr. Comstock has been extensive background in supporting technology integration in educational settings, both domestically and internationally, since 2006. Her experience in creating and equitably using custom AI models in education, along with her strategy for teaching AI guideline, has made significant contribution to the field. Thank you so much today. Please start your keynote session.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Good evening, good morning from here. Thank you, Dr. Kano. As she mentioned, my name is Keirah Comstock. I am an instructional technologist at the University of Rochester, New York, USA. I want to start by saying thank you for inviting me as a keynote speaker. I am eager to get to know you better throughout the session. So to be honest, like most of you, I am still learning about this whole transition and generative AI. So I will share what I currently know as a researcher and a practitioner. Am I speak too fast or are you okay? All right, so to begin with, I will share a quick video link.
Good evening, esteemed colleagues and educators. It is an honor to stand before you today at the Japanese Society for Informatics Education. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Hiroko Kano and the JAIE team for their diligent preparation and for inviting me to this prestigious event. Today, I will explore a topic that sits at the intersection of innovation and education, empowering educators, strategies to foster advanced cognitive skills while implementing generative AI in the classroom. Thank you.
So the video I just shared featured an AI robot by Ph.D. program. So I wrote my greetings in English and asked to translate to Japanese through Heijin tool. So I hope she conveyed my sincerity to all of you. So I'd like to start by my thoughts about intelligence.
Good.
Oops. From my experience, there's scholars, researchers who study about human intelligence, so HI. And there was a group, researchers and scholars study about artificial intelligence, AI. This is just my experience not that far away ago. But we live in an interesting era that we work all together, that we cannot avoid this Gen AI transition in our educational field. There are a lot of programs out there, tools out there, gives you that try. So the possibilities are overwhelming. But the positive side is it is easy and quick to try. So some of you maybe try other tools. The reason it's pretty easy is because AI politely asks if you would like to try again. So if you have not tried any Gen AI tools like ChatGPT, Bing AI, any other tools, even free program, if you are not succeed at the beginning, they always ask you politely, would you like to try again? So if you have not done yet, when you go back to your field, I recommend to try it at least one. Another reason that we should try to keep working on this transition with Gen AI, it's connecting with our students' future. This survey from Microsoft and LinkedIn 2024 World Trend Index Annual Report, they're saying leaders would not hire someone without AI skills. When you scan this barcode, it's connecting directly the article. So this means, excuse me. Let's try again. This means AI is becoming an important factor in hiring decisions. So if what we can do as an educator, we can think about one more time how we can support our students, their future jobs. To connecting to working with any other generative AI tools, any other technologies, design, when we create our teaching, design should be intentional. So we must think thoroughly each individual students and how we can support them through this transition. The other part is we often forget about the why behind our teaching. So it is very important before implementing any technology tools, any applications, to think about why do I want to use this tool? Not just using these tools because of the trend, because my next classroom's teacher is using, not that. We have to think about why I want to use those tools for my teaching. Now I'm going to move to my history of journey that throughout this Gen AI transition. Now our team in my school, we started to think about how we can move right away last year summer. So our team, at least 4 of us, pretty much meet every day to think about what we can do. And the first thing we did is build AI policy. So once we build AI policy, it was not one-day work. We pretty much meet every day and revise all the time. Once we build this AI policy and disclosure policy, we offered our future faculty, the faculty comes right away after summer to teaching. We meet one-on-one and check their level of understanding ChatGPT, because we were focusing on ChatGPT. And we share our ideas, and then we offer sharing to creating prompt So we exchange ideas, we create prompts. Once this rolling, we start to offer faculty AI workshop. So this has been through a regular basis. We didn't stop one time. We're still keep going through. And last year, we did at least 6-7 times for faculty AI workshop. At the same time, we did a staff AI workshop, student AI workshop, make sure we have all the same understanding level. Now, here's a scoop of our policy. When we built it last year, we worked with color team. It's trying to easy to explain to faculty, and then faculty can easy to explain to their students. So trying to get very simplified by color theme. So when you have, if you are teaching at our school, we give this policy and we give them option. What you want to do is your choice, but you get to pick those different colors. Say I teach my course, and if I use this AI policy, I can tell my students, you are all green. That means you can use any GenAI or ChatGPT during my course. That's a green. If I say yellow, you only use when I say yes. That's the time you're going to use it. When you say red, I'm not going to use ChatGPT in my course, so do not use ChatGPT. So that's a red. So we give them 3 different choices to faculty, and then they get to choose what they want to do. And then it's exam, the same thing. And there's a disclosure policy. So say I said green or I said yellow, then students are using their ChatGPT. Then if you are using it, faculty has 3 options too. If you are using it, do you want to do your students the citation only, or would you do citation plus description? Say your students use ChatGPT, you're going to just copy your link, or you want to have them to link plus what you did description, simple description. Or would you do citation, description plus reflection? Why did you use it? What was the result? It depends on your course. So you get to pick which one you're going to use the disclosure policy. So there was a scoop that I'm going to share this policy link at the end of the session, so you get to look at it more closely. Now, I am about to share various ChatGPT custom models. Before that, I'd like to share some of the updates. This is currently, they just released ChatGPT 4o mini. This is a free, and used to be ChatGPT 4, before then ChatGPT 3.5. So if you are not paid version, now it is showing ChatGPT 4 or mini section right here. That means it's quick, faster, and then you get to use it without paid version. So ChatGPT 4o, they just released about audio. So you get to talk about audio together. I tested it yesterday. It's kind of amazing. But there's still some of the hiccups about it. If you have not tried, you can welcome to try that part. Another section that I like to talk about, this is temporary chat. Because some faculty ask, I don't want my working in public. So if you want to try, use this one, it's more private. It's not going to public. It's not going to training usages. So if you have a sensitive topics and you want to try it, this is the good idea to try this one. Another part, this is when you go to setting, there's function with the memory. The memory can save, memory can delete it. But this is sometimes helpful for you. You don't have to keep writing again and again. This gives you a function that ChatGPT can memory for you. So you can ask or you can type memory this. Once you don't need it, you can just clear it all. either by saying it or either going to manually go delete it manually here. Now, that was a quick thing that I like to mention because it was helpful for me to know about it. Sharing ChatGPT models or creating custom ChatGPT models, there's a function through this one. You go to my GPT right here. And then once you open it, there's two different functions. Either you can create or you can configure. If you're not familiar, I suggest to go stay with the create. It gives you a prompt question. And then you follow the section, each question, and you answer it. And it gives you creating custom ChatGPT. If you are okay, I'm done with the create part, I can try configure. You can open that configure directly and you can type it directly, and then you have a more control with that section. Another part, there's a bottom, there's upload file that you can, any files you can attach at the beginning, and this is called their ChatGPT calls it knowledge. So once you put in your documents here, say you're teaching a course, say you're teaching algebra course, and then you want to put your algebra syllabi, you put algebra lesson plan, anything you created and you want to unique for your own class, you can upload file at the bottom over here, and then you can generate questioning through this one, and then ask, go to knowledge. That's the first step. And then do what you need to do for the next step. All right, starting from here, I'm going to share various custom ChatGPT models. And these are all individual, and then they all act as a different role. So starting by this syntax, Sage, this is act as a grammar coach. So helping your grammar clarity. If you scan this barcode, it'll connecting to this custom model directly. You can use it. It used to be paid version, but now it's all to the public. So if you can try it, welcome to try it. And also, if you forgot about this, if you go to just ChatGPT, type my name, it'll show what I created. There will be at least 20 of them. And then you can try a different one. Emoi is emotional journey. This act as psychologist. So it gives you little positive energy, positive feelings. So you can try that part as well. Study exam SAM and strategic accountant. This is more private. I did for those using password because this is for individual faculty requests what they want to do. So study exam SAM is more about this faculty gave me all the ideas, exam questions for their students only. So we set up password and faculty share password to his students. And students go here study that this course is exclusively about exam preparation. So give us a guideline about exam questions. And what ChatGPT can do with this one, it's act as a tutor. So you have these exams and students go here and then study together, not giving answer directly. It gives you step by step how these students can study about exam. Strategic accountant is similar, but it's a different purpose. This is more about reviewing course. Say, one of the students missing my course yesterday or wanted to review because I forgot what you said, I want to study more. This is a part faculty shared to me, all the PowerPoint, all the lecture notes, and then put it in here. Student can come to this session and study what this student is going to learn from yesterday or reviewing ideas. This is more if you are working with pre-service teacher, in-service teacher, if you're working with supporting K-12 teachers, this is more idea about how you can offer teachers using those type of ideas. So algebra creature is more lower grade students. The students can study with algebra creature. So one solve the problem, and then once they get it right, and they will get a little character. And then the students can even ask the name of a character or a different type of character. This is to give them more motivation and excitement during learning. Algebra creature I just did. Pokemathematician is another type. There is a lot of part of students like Pokemon. There's a lot of students not care about Pokemon. So there's two different type of series you can use. Pokemathematician is trying to solve the algebra level. And then once you get it, it gives you a kind of Pokemon-like character. So it goes to more excitement. There's a lot of fun part to play with it and even get to fight. And one of the questions, are you water type, fire type? Those questions going to be in this section. Pokemaniac Center is more act as designer. Gives you idea, saying I am thinking about water type of some type of Pokemon character. Can you help me create something? Then it gives you idea how you can create ideas about character. So it depends on your style, it depends on your level, and depends on what your favorite part. This is act vegan culinary muses act as a chef. This side is more custom design who wants to eat vegetarian food. It gives you a lot of ingredient, how to cook step by step. So this is the part that if you are interested in wanting to know about how to cook for vegetarian food or how to learn, this is a part of that link. Screenwriter support is act as a screenwriter, gives you idea what to write. You have some of the idea, but how to start, when you start, that's the hard part. And then this is the helping you how you can start and gives you even thumbnail with images. So here's a fun part. So I created this one for this conference. We're going to test on live. So let me stop my PowerPoint, and then I'm going to open a live here to show you. I can even share this link to chat. Let's see, where's my chat? So you can try together. So this is for this conference. So let's see, okay. And then say, I'll ask, when is this? Okay. Who are the reviewers? All right, let's try again. So it was working earlier, now it's not working. Oh, there we go. So I asked, hello, can you assist you today regarding this one? And when is this? And this says today. And then I say, who is the keynote speaker? This is about my information. And this is where the participant I asked. And this is the what they said the participants are from educator, researchers, and professionals. And who are the reviewers? And then there's all list of persons, reviewers. And I asked, can you respond in Japanese? And they respond in Japanese. I bet you can type in Japanese and ask this link, and then they will respond Japanese. I don't know how to write Japanese. That's why I just ask in Japanese, English, and then translate to Japanese. So welcome to try this when you have time. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. So as I mentioned earlier, we have to think about, at least my thought is, intentional design is key. Design should be intentional. We must think thoroughly our individual students, how we can support through our design with why. Why am I using this tool? Why I need for this students? So there is a lot of differentiation, supporting differentiation learning, differentiator level. You can do flexibility, give them another more time. So there is a lot of why you can think of, not just randomly because of the trend. We don't want to do that part. And also, I think it's very important to talk about theories that relate behind this, because there is quite a research saying that it's hard to understand theory and a practitioner understanding as theory part, and that it's very critical to understand they combine, work together. That will be you have a more concept behind before you're building anything. Whenever there's transition, Gen AI or any tech tool, that I think it's important to understand what TPAC, technological pedagogical contents knowledge, because without understanding technological and pedagogical content behind, it will be very challenging, because sometimes you're just going to share tools, but it's not just like that. You have to understand. What's more behind is, see that pedagogical contents knowledge area. This is the coming from Schulman, that you have to understanding students' background to better support students' development. So TPAC is combined with students' background. Now think about what contents knowledge could be, what pedagogical knowledge. It's not about, okay, I can teach it. There's quite a research saying teachers are just teaching without understanding, without mastering their content. So this is important, understanding what's happening behind. So teacher must know what they're teaching is another key part in here. So all combined together, that makes it TPAC. This is another part that I developed and think about what's happening with the Gen AI transition. And then I came up with the 4 different phases. We need 4 different phases to working with the Gen AI transition. This is just my ideas that might be important. The first phase is accessibility, means it's a technological readiness. Some faculty or some students, I don't have money to buy tools, I don't have money to buy a ChatGPT program, but if teachers are requiring, that's gonna be hard. But it's vice versa, if faculty wanted to use this, but then there's a disability to access in a classroom, that's another part. So technological readiness is on a first step. Once you're ready, I'm checking everybody's emotional readiness. Okay, you have all the technical tools ready. What about your emotion? Are you willing to teach? Or what about your learning status? Are you willing to learning? Those acceptance is another key that we have to get ready. Once that's ready, we can go pedagogical readiness. We can go exploration, because there's no straight answer in using Gen AI. You have to keep working with act as what kind of ideas. To do that, you can use act as a thinking partner, act as a teacher, act as a tutor, though all different various custom models I shared earlier. This is sort of a regular routine. First step, ask a general question that connect to learning objective. So think about if you teach algebra, ask a general type of you are teaching addition, multiplication, ask general questions that relate with your learning objective or teaching objective. Next step is provide more detailed context. So continue connecting, trying to find out the more detailed questions. And then step 3, and think about self as thinking partner, offering your thoughts process while sharing detailed content. So this is a part of step 3 and 4 is you just fail and pass, fail and success. That's all the part they keep repeating, testing. sometimes you want to do training your ChatGPT, what you can get it right, because you have to keep communicate with it. And then more you communicate with your ChatGPT will better for you. So that's kind of idea how you can do it. So those repetition is exploration. So once that's all success, the final step is reflection. This is critical part. Once you succeed, phase 3, and then that's done and move the next step, that means you are missing a final reflection, which is key part that you get to review what you did, what you made a mistake, what you can do better. Those part is the part of growing, developing next section. So as a faculty, you can ask, so you did this part, what was your reflect? What did you learn? What can you do better for the next section? As a students, same thing. I could do this better. Those kind of ideas, you can work with it. So there's 4 phases that I think it's really critical to think about before you're using Gen AI tools for your teaching. There's another thing, something to think about for your academic dishonesty. There's a part that faculties talk about, sometimes there's academic dishonesty. What we do, I saw these students, this student's writing doesn't look like from actual personal writing. So the Lance Eaton is one of the AI influencers that many people follow his work. So his experiences as a professor and educator have helped many scholars. So it caught my attention, the topic that shared a few weeks ago, I think. He got quite a questions that I got a student that I know used AI for their assignment. What do you recommend for addressing this? So he said, he's asking back, what if the student wrote a draft and ask AI to revise or clean it up? Where does it show up as a policy in the work? So think about one more time, like what if a student wrote a draft? Is this cheating? Or the student may have written up something and then used AI, the grammar style improver. Is this cheating? Something to think about how you can analyze the student's writing. So let's suggest from Mr. Eaton, share your thoughts. So your writing in this or quite distinct from what you've written before. I am curious to know what was different this time, both to understand your process and to see if there is something that I can leverage. Or this seems distinct from other work. Can you walk me through your process? So communicate with your students. If you see things not right or things something different level, it's always open discussions helpful to process. So another part from Mr. Bowen and Watson mentioning reducing cheating is good, but what you can do better, you can rethink our standard. So go back to from original, why we need this, why we build this. Can we start from beginning, rethink originality, where we want to do with this one? What academic integrity will mean in this new era. So there's a lot to think about in this category. And then we're still learning because nobody knows what's going to happen next week or even tomorrow. So we'll just keep chugging along, trying to get it right. So there's a lot of academic dishonesty, privacy protection, ethical responsibilities in classroom. There's all the things that we always think about. What if? There's always worrisome. Quite a few researchers argue that showing clear guidelines at front, that might be one of the key. We're not sure this is going to be all helpful, but keep sharing clear guideline. Do you have an AI policy? Do you have a disclosure policy? Do you have something writing policy? So you want to share clear guidelines at the beginning So that way students not gonna get probably less confused and then keep communicating with them. Another part is we can do our improvement or AI development through our own school. So what things is we have to just communication and collaboration with others, not just by our own school with the crossover or internationally, see what other schools doing, what international schools doing, think about differently, share, exchange ideas, and then keep moving along together what we can do for our future students. And this is the link that created AI resources. If you scan this, you can go to look at it. This is pretty much all different types of resources. You can go look at it. Maybe I can share the link. Let me end quickly. Then I'll share my link to your chat. Almost there. Copy link. And then chat. So I just shared this resources. If you go here, there is AI policy that I shared earlier, even different school, and then go check and then see if you have any thoughts about it. You can even add, there's no need to log in. If you have a better article, better programs, please, you can just click plus button and share what you know or what you wanted to know to other schools. And this is my information. So this is pretty much it. If you have any question, do I have time for taking any questions?
Thank you so much, Dr. Comstock, for your insightful presentation. So now we will now open the floor for question. Are there any question? 何かご質問ありますか？皆さん。
I'm going to stop sharing so I can see participants. Is that all right?
Yeah. So for us, I very insightful. So in Japan, Pokemon is very popular. So I used to teach in math in so long time ago. But they don't like math. They hate math. So I'm a math teacher. So students hate me. So but if they use Pokemath, so Pokemath is effective in motivation for high school students, I think. Yeah. So recently, GPTs is very fun, and I used many because many customized for myself. So I love to a cat. So I try to customize the cat GPT. So I enjoy it. But,
oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So but recently, I'd like to fine tune because GPT is limited to. I'd like to more customize. So I need to fine tuning. So I'm not good at fine tuning, but I learned fine tuning and try it. But my boss is forbid to use to stop the web scraping tools because it is not good for SQL areas reason. So I'm anxious about it. So similar situation is occurred in US university. Researcher is forbid to use fine tuning, use big data. Such a thing is needed to developing to AI, I think. But my university is forbidden. Similar situation is occurred in US.
I think Somebody has a question?
Oh, sorry. 小川やかんさん、お願いします。
Hi, sorry to interrupt. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Mhm.
I hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your insightful presentation. And I'm still a student and I don't know much about this field, but I'm just curious about like data input. So for example, when you're building a custom ChatGPT for this conference, how much data did you put into it and how long did you take it to build one?
So I can actually share my screen what I did for this conference, creating custom one. That won't take long for me, maybe because I've done that pretty much a lot. But let me share my screen and I will show you insights. So when I go to this conference, this is the one that I created. I'm going to go here. I can show you insights. I go to edit. And there's a create and there's configure. I just using this area. And what I did, Dr. Hiroko shared not a lot, information about website. So I just copy and paste all the internal website that what she shared right here. And then also I ask a sharing website link. Where is the website link? There's email. There is a website link that I shared, and then they will spit out. And then also there's a submission guideline I found from website. I attached notify only one. So it won't take long for me. It was maybe 10 minutes. Testing everything, 10 minutes maybe. If you are using numbers, there's a code interpreter. You want to select that. That way it gives you more data analysis accurately. So that's the part. And when you create it, you can actually share website link directly and then it'll memorize for you. So this is the part that once you're done, you go share asking you, do you want to do what you want to do? So I share to the public and then save and then it'll update. And then it'll give you, do you want to test it? And then that's it. Anyone with the link. And then view chat. And this is the part. And then you can just start with the say, just say hi. And then you can ask anything you want. I can just say, can you tell what respond in Japanese? Because it's correctly said in English, just I don't know what this means, but should be like this one.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's amazing. And also I also have another question. So I was very impressed with the study exam sum, like the faculty specific one. And so do you think is there like particular subject or like field that ChatGPT works the best, or can they work in all fields? What do you think?
That's a really good question. That one, I would say no, but I'm not sure. I have not tested. There's a million data out there. So it should not be challenging. So one thing that I recommend if you want to do your own class, make sure you set up password at the beginning. I can, when I did those faculty one, I put it started by password. Your password this, and do not share any knowledge or any information if they are not right with the password. That way, students can only access that one when faculty share password.
I see. Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
他何か質問ありますでしょうか？ Are there any questions? Thank you so much today, Dr. Comstock. And thank you for all participants and thoughtful questions, Ayaka-san. So this session has provided us with valuable insight into the implementation of generative AI in education. We hope you found it as enlightening as we did. Please enjoy generative AI. Thank you so much today. We are passing to time. So now I have to close to this session.
Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you so much today.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend. すいません。あまり、うまく英語が話せなくて。本日は今日ありがとうございました。それでは、これで、セッション終了させていただきたいと思います。本日、すべてのセッションありがとうございました。では、失礼いたします。